What's up, college football fans? Welcome to another QB Spotlight video. And today's game breakdown is going to be over KJ Jefferson and the Alabama defense. We're going to talk about kind of two style of plays or two kind of main takeaways that KJ and the Arkansas offense can potentially do to have success against this Alabama defense. And we are in a different location for those who subscribe to the channel and keep up. So I apologize for any weird stuff, but I digress. Let's go ahead and talk about the keys to a successful day offensively for Arkansas right now. Of course, I'm talking about KJ because we spend more time on the quarterbacks of this channel, but I think a lot of it comes down to the play calling, right, and putting the team in position to succeed right now. I don't get paid to call plays, but if I did, it would come down to these two style of plays. Number one, push the ball downfield. I would take some deep shots. If you looked at the Texas game when Quinn Ewers was in there, and they had some success, they're pushing the ball downfield, and that really opened up the field, right? You want to open up the field to play. Number two, get the ball to your running backs out of the backfield. Find some creative ways to get them involved in the passing game, especially with Arkansas's talented running backs. That's what Texas did, especially early. I think throughout the game as well. They got the ball to Bijan Robinson in the passing game, and I think it made a difference, right? It's another threat that they have to be aware of. And then it opens up the rest of the play calling. So I think it comes down to two things: push the ball downfield and get your running backs involved in the passing game. Because Alabama's defense has been very good thus far. Now they've only really played one competitive offense in Texas. The rest has been Vandy, Utah State, and I think UL Monroe. But they get pressure on the quarterback. They have 12 sacks to those 4 games, and they're only averaging like 7 points per game they're giving up, or something along those lines, right? In the passing game, they've only given up $138 per game. So if I'm Arkansas, I think you have to challenge that to have potential to win this game. So with all that said, let's go ahead and look at some film. Look at some film from the Texas game to see some success that Texas had early in the game. So we're going to look at 2 clips. We're going to look at 2 clips from KJ passing the ball that can replicate what Texas did, and then hopefully that opens up the rest of the passing game or the rest of the play calling game in general throughout the game. And before we dive into the film, I just want to encourage all to consider subscribing to the channel if you like any quarterback related content. We spend a lot of time in the SEC. With all that said, let's dive into it. All right, so here's an example of Texas taking a deep shot. And this should have been a touchdown. It was a drop by the receiver. Tough catch, but probably should have been caught. But Texas had a few deep shots early against Alabama here. So we're just going to see the receiver running a little post route here. Deep post route. A little quick play action to the running back, which I think Arkansas will be able to do against Alabama, or should at least attempt to do, for the simple fact they have a great running game as well. Of course, Robinson, one of the best running backs in all of college football here. So you're going to see quick play action. Get some guys out of position here. So it doesn't really affect the back end here as far as getting guys out of position, but the fact you see, okay, guys get out of position, there's something to attack later. But you'll see great throw by Ewers here. Boom, beats them deep here. Ends up being a drop, but still a great example of the type of throws I think you can potentially do against Alabama. Even if you don't connect all the time, I think deep shots are going to be good just to open up the underneath throws here. But again, just an example of the type of plays to have some success against Alabama. Let's go ahead and watch one more play here. All right, so here's another deep shot here to Worthy, and this is a hell of a catch by Worthy here, and you're going to see they rely on play action again. So I do think you'll see Arkansas rely on some play action just to get guys, Bama's defenders, out of position. Now it doesn't affect the throw or play here specifically, but I think some of the underneath type stuff, and then when we talked about getting the ball to the backs out of the backfield, that could potentially open up some holes, right? This play action stuff. But here's a deep shot here, quick play action. We're going to see one-on-one here, and I think if I'm Arkansas and what they did last year when they almost beat Bama was they gave Burks just shots, right? So I think you're going to have to give your receivers just shots just to make plays. That's a hell of a throw and hell of a catch, right? Wow. Let's go back and watch it one more time here. So again, low play action, long throw, right, to the other side of the field, but giving your receivers a chance and just giving them an opportunity to make plays. I'm throwing to Hazelwood, to Landers. I'm getting Knox involved, right? I'm trying to get my receivers involved, and if they can do that, then I think they can really open up some underneath type stuff here. But again, just an example of a deep shot here, and something that I think Arkansas, to win this game, will have to do, and I think they have potential to attack Bama's defense in this manner. All right, let's watch one play here by KJ, and this was against South Carolina, and there's no up-top safety, right? So I don't view Bama doing this. Look how intensely South Carolina is stacking the box. This is 3rd and 11, so I'm no defensive coordinator and never will be. These guys get paid a lot more, but if you're a D coordinator, 3rd and 11, you probably want to have at least one up-top safety and not have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 guys in the box, right? But I digress. But still, this is a good example of just taking a shot deep. Because I do think Bama will stack the box. Probably not like this on 3rd and 11, but I do think there will be some potentials to push the ball downfield. And this ends up being a drop by Landers. Good throw by KJ with pressure in his face, able to put the ball perfectly. Now there's a blown coverage or something, right? And he just misses it there. But I think the point of just taking a shot deep remains the same, and it's a good example of KJ doing that. So when Bama presents a certain defense, or when Bama presents not having, guys stacked up top defensively, that's when you take your shot deep. And I think if they can hit a few of these during the game, that's really going to open up the underneath type stuff that they want to get going. All right, obviously there are a lot more keys than just the two kind of keys I talked about to beat this Alabama team and offensively for Arkansas to beat this Alabama defense, right? But I do think these two keys are important. Pushing the ball downfield, getting the ball to your running backs in the passing game, that opens up the rest of the offensive play calling. And I think that can put Arkansas in a good position. It puts KJ in a good position. But with that said, you do need to hit some of those deep shots, but I think Arkansas has the ability to do so. But I want to hear from you, Bama fans, Arkansas fans, just SEC fans. What do you think the keys are for KJ in this game coming up? Let us know in the comments below, and we'll see you next time on the next QB Spotlight video.